listening.
One of the aims of Geese Theatre Company's Inside Theatre project is to develop artists' skills in order to increase the number and range of artists able to work in criminal justice settings.
Andy Watson, Artistic Director of Geese Theatre Company. Geese Theatre Company work exclusively in the criminal justice system. We spend pretty much, I'd say about 70% of our time delivering theatre and drama-based projects directly with groups of offenders.
With the Inside Theatre project, Geese are providing artists with training to deliver 3 residencies. In addition, they're creating further opportunities to share this learning with a wider group of artists and criminal justice staff.
The project itself has been a complete collaboration. We had the expertise in working in the criminal justice system, of working with offenders, but being able to bring in other experts in their own art form has been excellent for the projects, I think. It's kind of more three-dimensional.
I'm Kerry Williamson. I am a Geese Theatre Company member. The YPPT project is different because we are working with other artists. We decided that was a way forward for the company. That's something we really wanted to do, to find out about how other artists' skills and our skills can come together to create something.
Hello, I'm Tom Mellor. I work for Geese Theatre Company. There's 2 practitioners from Geese, so we're collaborating along with 2 people from Forkbeard Fantasy, a musician and a writer.
My name's Waite, and I'm a freelance musician. Rather than it just being led by a piece of theatre and writing music to fit with that, the point was to give young people a broad idea of several different art forms to do with theatre, of course music being one of those.
We've got 3 projects running. We've done 1 already in Warren Hill, and then we've got another one in Medway Secure Unit, and then we've got a 3rd project running at a female young offenders institution.
We go in on a Monday, we leave on a Friday, and there's 15 young people. We go in with a structure of how we want the week to work in terms of breaking the numbers down and making it manageable. We do physical, active exercises to build group dynamics and cohesion, and just to generate a little bit of discussion to find out what's on their minds, what subjects they think they might like to explore. And from that we can assess whether the writer takes the lead, or whether we do some more theatre stuff, whether they need to see something, or whether the musician steps in and does a workshop. It's all very much led by the group.
I'll get them into doing some basic beat-making stuff, which will introduce them to music theory, rhythm, note values, tempo, pitch, volume. And then we'll move from there into going, right, who's up for doing some lyrics, who's up for doing some keyboard stuff, who wants to learn about recording. And pretty soon we've got a little group set up where we've got maybe a vocalist, a producer, an engineer. The engineer will do the microphone positioning and setting up, so they'll learn how to set up a mic stand, how to plug a microphone in.
I would describe our approach as responsive. So what we do is we start where they are at and we ask them, where are you at? We get them to create characters that they can recognise, they can have an investment in, they can have a belief in. You go, oh yeah, that guy's a bit like me. Or if I were that guy, this is what I would do in this situation. So it's about working with them where they're at, but then seeing where that might go. Essentially what you're doing is you're using the characters, you're using the theatre, you're slightly steering it to get them to do some perspective taking. It's going to get them to think slightly outside of themselves.
Forkbeard works a lot with some young lads about the idea of internal worlds, about what's going on internally for people.
35 beat, 50 beat.
They use the technique where they can actually film people, and a young person can actually interact with his own image. So that's a nice way of expressing like different thoughts, different feelings, different roles you play in society. You know. In a lot of work we do, we use masks. So the mask works as kind of, this is a metaphor for behaviour. So if you go with the idea that everyone wears a mask, and with people's masks down, this is what they're choosing to show people, this is what they want people to see. And underneath the mask, if you lift the mask up, actually there's some other thoughts and feelings going on, some other things they might want to share.
You get a language with mask and you get a vocabulary that the guys can hook into. You present them with some of our masks, and suddenly a whole world opens up of what is possible. I don't have to be myself. There's a whole range of different masks here that I can try on and I can imagine myself into.
We're looking at behaviour, we're looking at developing a language to talk about problematic behaviours or ways people want to change. So these masks represent different coping strategies, if you like. So, for example, this mask represents aggressive behaviour. The bullshit mask, brick wall mask. So at the end, once you've gone through all the masks, you'll talk to the group and explore what was going on, what were the masks about, why they're being used. You know, any kind of questions you want to go with, you know, in terms of getting this group to look at the idea about where they are, you know, where they want to be, sort of motivation to change.
There was a young man that was very taken with script writing. He did a whole elaborative, real play that just had so many characters, internal monologues, and that was very much focused on offending behaviour and offending lifestyles. The fact that he was living out this behaviour, but internally he had a whole lot of other thoughts that he wasn't sharing due to peer pressure.
At the beginning of the project, they didn't know what they were letting themselves in for, and so they were very wary. They didn't know if they could trust us. And as the week went on, the trust grew and their enjoyment grew. You saw very much that these were boys who needed to do something productive and really valued contact with creative professionals.
What crazy word.
For us, what this project is doing is saying to people, this young person is more than the offence that they've committed. And that for us is a big part of what we're trying to achieve with this work. A realistic expectation is that they find something out about themselves that they might not have known. An ability, a skill, an interest, a talent that they might want to pursue. They may not want to pursue, but they've had an insight into another version of themselves through the course of the week.